Audit is an independent examination of financial information of any entity, whether profit oriented or not, right? When such an exam, irrespective of its size or legal form, when such an examination is being conducted with a view to express an opinion thereon, right? So we said, auditor, if you have to express an opinion on the financial statements, you have to ensure that these financial statements are not misleading anybody. What the financial statement should be doing, they should be leading, they should not be misleading, right? So in order to ensure that the financial statements are not misleading anybody, what are the 6 points the auditor needs to check? We said S, and E, and then S. That one, that the accounts have been drawn up with reference to the entries in the books of account, correct? Then the entries are supported by the sufficient appropriate evidence. Then none of the entries have been omitted. Then all the information given in the financial statements is clear and unambiguous. Then the financial statement amount are classified, described, disclosed in conformity with the accounting standards, and the statement of account show a true and fair picture or a true and fair view of the financial results and the financial performance, assets and liabilities of the enterprise. Right? So that was where we studied after the definition of the auditing. Right? After the definition, that in order for the auditor to ensure that the financial statements do not mislead anybody, he needs to check for E and S. Right. Then after completing with our discussion regarding the definition of auditing, we came to our discussion regarding the objective of the audit. And for understanding the objective of the audit, we went to which essay? Essay 200. What was 200 title? Overall objectives of the independent auditor and the conduct of an audit in accordance with the standards on auditing. Right? So essay 200 has mentioned, CA, why are you doing the audit? What you want to achieve? And then do you do the audit as you wish? No, you conduct your audit in accordance with the standards on auditing. Right? So as per essay 200, what is the overall objective of the independent auditor? We said RFA and then RFS. You remember that? And exactly, right? The overall objective is to obtain a what you want to obtain? Reasonable assurance. What reasonable assurance? That these financial statements, balance sheet, profit and loss, which we are auditing, are free from material misstatement, whether due to fraud or error, thereby enabling the auditor to express an opinion whether or not the financial statements have been prepared by the management in all material respects in accordance with an applicable financial reporting framework, and then to report the findings of the auditor as required by the standards on auditing. Right? Then auditor, whatever findings you have, you need to report the same as per the standards on auditing. So 3 important terms over there: reasonable assurance, free from material misstatement, and applicable financial reporting framework. What did we say? Reasonable assurance is a 100, so many times we've said reasonable assurance is a high level of assurance, but it is not a complete assurance, but it is not a absolute assurance, but it is not a guarantee. We said it's not a complete assurance, it's not an absolute assurance, it is not a guarantee. And so reasonable assurance is a high level of assurance, but not an absolute assurance. Why? What is the problem? See why you cannot give the absolute assurance? Due to the inherent limitations of an audit, and the most important one being that the evidence obtained by the auditor is persuasive rather than conclusive evidence. Right? So that was the reasonable assurance. Right? Then second important term we studied over there, free from material misstatement. Right? So first we have to understand what is a misstatement. What is the misstatement? Wrong statement, incorrect statement. That means there is a difference between what is and what should be. What is Schedule 3 disclosures not given? What should be? Schedule 3 disclosure should have been given. So the difference between the two is the misstatement. Right? And then material misstatements. It's a material difference between what is and what should be. So yesterday I told you the fundamental accounting assumptions: going concern, consistency, accrual, and then the accounting considerations. When you're selecting, applying your accounting policy, you have prudence, substance over form, and materiality. Right? So what is materiality? Any item or information which might influence the decision making of the users of the financial statements. Right? So material